I looked up Law Country, and there are hundreds of games, it looks like, with just a bunch of fake Law Countries. I wonder if these are just all paid access as well. No, these are just weird Law Country copies, all made this year by random users. So strange. I guess they wanted to take a piece of the pie, so to speak. Well, enough of that. We're gonna go check out the real Law Country right now, because it looks a little dead, and I don't like to see when good games die. But is Law Country still the most realistic roleplay game? Let's go find out. Honestly, the game still looks just as good as I remember it. We're gonna go into this building. Oh wow, this is an automatic door. I haven't seen that a lot. Look at that. That's cool. Oh wait, this might actually be the police department, isn't it? We're gonna switch to the police team in that case. All right, we're in here. We're at the police department. We're gonna head down to the locker rooms down here. Let's edit our uniform a little bit. Does this compete with Maple County's locker system? Possibly, because it's a little better than most games, but I wouldn't say directly competes with Maple County's locker system. Theirs is still really cool. However, I really like how it works. It's really simple, and it also looks really nice. The guns still look the same. This might be new, not entirely sure. The M4 carbine, but the AR-15 is something I think we've seen before, and also looks really good. But we're gonna equip that. We're gonna head out there now. Also, these really small details is something that actually got me very interested in Law Country to begin with. You see, I can turn on the lights with this light button here, light switch. Very random small details that they have added into the game that nobody probably notices, but I think that's really cool. Now there's a big selection of police cars, and I really like police cars. I actually think it's really interesting, but we're gonna spawn this Crown Victoria because everyone likes the Crown Victoria. In fact, you can also customize these, and you can see it looks extremely similar to ERLC. The customization system is actually quite interesting, but I have nothing against them using a similar system as to ERLC because it does look really good. Let's see these different light parts. Which one do I have? We're gonna check this out. The Federal Signal Argent looks good. You know what? I think we're fine with that. Maybe a side runner would be nice. Either way, we're gonna spawn this in now. Wow, look at how beautiful this looks. Crazy. This right here is the pure realism of Law Country. Also really well made ELS. Looks amazing. Now the thing with this game isn't that it's bad in any way. I think the issue might be that a lot of people do not have the same taste as I do with the realistic gameplay. Now I know it sounds weird, but one of the main reasons games like ERLC and That Was Florida are doing so well is probably because they go with the more low poly sort of style. Like Law Country is a little more realistic, which also brings how do I put it, older audience to the game, and this for a fact isn't a bad thing. However, you can tell by the player count there isn't a lot of stuff happening in the game on a daily. All right, you very rarely see the game filled with players. It's usually right after an update you actually get to see the player counts go up, but you know, I haven't seen much RP from the game at all. There are private RP communities that exist within here, but yes, I can still call this the most realistic looking RP game on Roblox, because it probably is. There are some games out there that are really up there competing with Law Country, but in terms of realism, this game is just amazing. I actually just got kicked off the team for reckless driving, by the way. That's crazy. Also, vehicle cameras in the game are a little bit weird. You can see this car right here. My camera is actually more up to the right than in the center, which makes it look a little weird, but I'm fine with that. And as you can tell, the map is pretty huge. However, I think that also comes with its issues, because you know, when you scatter people all around the map and there isn't that much you can do throughout the map, people tend to get bored pretty quickly. I mean, it's one of the main reasons we in our game Princeton actually focus on a smaller map, because people have much more to do in a smaller area if there's tons of players there than if there's, you know, people scattered across a big vast map. And when there are low player counts, like when there aren't many people on the game, you actually end up with a slight issue, because if there are 10 people on the game and people are just scattered across the entire map, you won't really stumble across RP that often. But yeah, I really hope the devs do not quit on the game, because Law Country still has so much potential for growth, and the style they're going with is extremely unique to anything I have ever seen. I have never seen a game, first of all, set in a location like this. I think not entirely sure which state this is based in, but the amount of details and the amount of stuff on the roads just gives it such a unique vibe, because they managed to fill pretty much every single part of the map with something, like these random things here, these obstacles, these trees. There's just something everywhere around the map, which makes the game feel very filled and well delivered, so to speak. But yeah, the game did have a a rough start. Okay, we're gonna check out some of the guns now. I don't think they have added any new guns or anything, but we're gonna do a little bit customization here. I think the guns are pretty nice in the game as well. They kind of fit with the general vibe, but when you run, I would like to see animations. This looks really weird. It would be cool if when you run, you actually like the rifle also sort of runs with you, so to speak. But yeah, the guns are pretty nice. Gun sounds could probably be improved a little bit, but they look really smooth. They function really smooth, which is pretty sweet to see. Not entirely sure which gun system this could be, because it's probably the first of its kind I've seen personally. Let's try the Glock, because you know, Glocks are always nice. The gun just runs with you like this, which also looks weird, but you know, it functions nicely. A lot of recoil in this. You can see I just keep moving up when shooting. Maybe a little less recoil possibly. Yeah, decent guns. However, one of the things that I think Maple County should do more often is probably, you know, have full-on hosted sessions, you know, when announcing in the whole server that, you know, you can jump on right now, do some RP. Why? Because I think that's how they're gonna have to grow their game. If you look at ERLC, for example, one of the main reasons it's so popular today are the private RP servers. However, since Law Country isn't as popular or well known, private RP servers would not be filled even remotely, and that's why you slowly have to integrate small communities. And one of the main ways to do that initially is to just, you know, host a bunch of server sessions. People get to enjoy the game, see the game what it truly is, explore the map, and eventually you start making some revenue, you start pumping out new updates, and that's when you can also integrate private RP communities, servers. And I think that's one of the main ways you could grow the game. There are many times I want to hop on the game to, you know, check out RP, but there's almost never anybody to do the RPs with. And I'm not intending to be disrespectful in any way, shape, or form, because I know how hard the devs have been working on the game, but I think you need to make change to see change, so to speak. There's obviously something causing the low player counts, and I do not think it's how the game looks that actually causes this. I think it's the gameplay itself. I mean, you could drive around the entire map, and yet there wouldn't be anything super interesting to do, right? I think there are some places you can probably rob as a criminal, not entirely sure, but more gameplay features would probably be nice. You know, random stores you can enter and rob, you know, more like what ERLC has, because there's stuff to do even when there aren't players on, you know, grinding for money, grinding for this and that. There's a lot of stuff you can do, and maybe this is something that's preventing Law Country from the exponential growth they could have. I don't know. There are so many things that play into this. However, it's a good game that I do not wish to see die. I never like seeing good games die quickly. But yeah, I'm on the DOT team now. I just want to check out this. They got a lot of customization here for the DOT team, as you can see. Looks really good. We're gonna check out the vehicles, and also you can pull the fire alarm. Yep, you see that? Pulling a fire switch without a reason will result in a 25,000 fine and legal action. Oops, that was all my in-game money right there. You already got a bunch of vehicles added to the game. Not any tow trucks, I think, but these all look really good as well. One team they should probably add, in my opinion, to this game would be a fire team, because that's a team that if you add automatic fires, you could pretty much be on anytime during the day, no matter if there are people on the game or not. And this would be good for a game because there would be something to do at all times, no matter if there are players on or not. Car accidents, all this stuff could be implemented, and I know it takes a lot of work to make it happen, and the devs have probably already thought about some of these things but haven't, you know, decided to add it yet. But this game is so amazing, and I really hope y'all who watch this video actually want to help with the growth of the game. Right now you can already get on calls like this. There are some automatic calls in the game. If I head into the CAD, I think we should have a CAD here. So for the DOT team, they've already added a bunch of AI callouts, which is really cool. For example, a broken street light here. If I press attach, I should probably find it somewhere at Benny LN, whatever that means. How would I find Benny LN though? That's a good question. Having a location marker would be great for a game like this. It's really hard to find a place. Right there, we got Benny LN. If I set a waypoint, let's get over there. Yeah, looks like it's to our left here, down this street, then another left, and then it's just a turn in here, I guess. We need to open up the gate. There we go. Alrighty, nice. Now we just head up, I guess, and we can start working on this light. You might need a different vehicle for this. I'm not entirely sure. I do not exactly know how it works, so I can't really do this without knowing, but I guess you need a truck and, you know, actually go up there and fix it. I got no idea idea. But Law Country is still probably the most realistic looking RP game, but it's definitely not the best RP game, considering the fact that there isn't a lot of RP because it's pretty much dead. But yeah, I really hope I'm able to help revive the game by, you know, uploading content like this, and I will see if I can get on some private RP session with the devs hosting, you know, sometime, and maybe we will actually have some fun on the game. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and see you in the next video. Bye.